A few years ago, I found the art store of all art stores. It was like a Costco, but for artists. A warehouse club where you need a membership to shop to get your art supplies in order to get like a deep, deep discount. Probably 4 or 5 years ago that I ended up discovering this place, and I'm like, this is amazing. Where is it? You know, and then I look on the map and I'm like, oh, you can't really get much more south than that, can you, in America? So it's always been weirdly a dream of mine to go to this art store, film there, see what it's all about, and see if it's actually as cool as it looked like it was. Fast forward to this past weekend, I found myself an hour away from this location. I have visited a Jerry's location before, and I'll be honest with you, I was not a fan. I did not spend long in that shop. Before I even began filming, I just walked in. 2 or 3 of the employees were like watching me down every aisle. It made me feel so uncomfortable, like they thought I was gonna steal something, that I just very quickly left. This location is in South Miami, and when I originally discovered it, you needed a membership in order to shop there. Jerry's memberships are free. I don't remember if you just needed the free Jerry's membership or if there was a paid membership, because I can no longer find that webpage. So I'm starting to internally panic. Is this still a wholesale club thing, or is it just a regular art store now? So I'm sat there, I'm like in the car, I'm like freaking crossing my fingers. We get there. Wholesale club now says discount store. Did they just change the sign because Wholesale Club made it sound too exclusive to people, so no one really went in there because they thought, oh, you know, oh, I need a paid membership even though membership's free. Maybe it's just like a marketing thing, they changed it, I don't really know. So I went in there not sure what to expect. They had a lot of discounts, they had a lot of wholesale, a lot of bulk, which is generally what you do see in a Costco. You see bulk, right? You see wholesale stuff. I discovered things in this art store that I have never seen in an art store before.
We decided to take a road trip here purely because taking a flight is not only expensive, but it's just hassle. So because my husband is the driver, I've been lucky. I've been able to sit in the passenger seat and play some games. And I've been doing this through PlayZone, who are kindly sponsoring today's video. So PlayZone is a free loyalty gaming app, and it allows you to earn real money by playing popular mobile games, which will come in very handy considering I'm shopping at an art store today. It's made by a legit company called Just Dice, and the way it works is they partner with game developers. Those developers then pay PlayZone, and PlayZone shares a portion of that back with you. I've been playing Merge Cooking and Fish of Fortune on this drive. You complete milestones and levels in the games, and the more you play, the more you earn. You take the collected rewards and turn them into real payout through Amazon gift cards or PayPal once you hit $10. All you need to do is log into your account and allow app tracking so PlayZone can track your progress, and you can get your reward with no hidden steps. Real money, no gimmicks. You just download and play the games you normally would through PlayZone. Plus, in-game purchases allow cash back as well. It costs nothing, and there are tons of popular games that you can play. So download PlayZone now using my link in the description and get a welcome bonus to kickstart your journey. And thank you so much to PlayZone for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back to the art store.
They have so much stuff in here. I've naturally never heard of this brand of marker though. Please let me know if you have. Is this like a new brand, or am I just really behind with the times? These are open stock sketch markers, $4.43. List price, $6.99. Ooh. Apparently you can get an extra 10% off with a Jerry's VIP discount card. Okay, they have these big boxes back here. $32. Fab Fat Drawer. Is this for the whole box? That's a good deal. We can just buy like the box of sketchbooks. Would you buy them individually? I'm really confused. So back here, it's like a sketcher's dream. Every sketchbook imaginable. And things are very reasonable here, I will say. I don't know if they're like wholesale club prices now. However, they are really, really reasonable. They have toned tan sketchbooks. So for $14.32, you can get a toned tan sketchbook. I know my friend Ray uses these a lot. I don't tend to sketch all that much. Pencils aren't really my favorite medium to use, to be honest, but I'll put on the screen now how much this normally goes for. This one seems like a good price to me, $25 for a huge one. Bristol, yeah, I mean, these definitely are cheaper than Michael's prices from what I can tell already. They have huge ones. You can actually buy a lot of these in Michael's. Obviously, it's kind of like an arts and crafts store, whereas this is just arts. List price is $31. If you need a calculator, you can get a lot of those here. Color mixing guide, take the guesswork out of mixing colors. Huh, interesting. Okay. Masking tape. Oh, they have a massive framing section. Literally half of this shop is all framing. Here they have paper packs, which I like. So you can actually get packs of watercolor paper. So for example, 30% off these New York Central watercolor paper packs. 11 by 14, 10 sheets for $15.24. Cool. $78 for 100 watercolor cards. That's wild. They're like literally bulk. Okay, so they have some modeling clay in here. This is $14.20. I feel like this isn't that cheap because I feel like you can get these for that price elsewhere. The small ones are $8.44. I've never seen smaller ones before, so that's kind of handy. So in this aisle, they have a ton of clay, air dry clay. You have some, I've never seen this before, metal leaf adhesive size, some big bulk ones. You have some suede and leather cleaner. I actually want to get some leather paint because I want to paint on my baby's shoes to make them cute. So I'm actually gonna get some of these. It looks like these are the prices for the standard $6.19. I'm pretty sure I have a Jerry's VIP card, so if I don't, I'm gonna sign up. Bunch of gold leaf, silver leaf, bronze leaf. What's this? Oh, it's just a spray bottle. That seems rather expensive. This seems expensive too, $14. I don't know. So we have some textile colors here from Jacquard. These list price $5.89, Jerry's price $5.46.
Okay, I just wanted to pop in here because I'm currently editing this video and adding in the prices that I'm finding online for these same products. And if you are paying attention to that, you'll notice they're significantly cheaper online. I did not realize that Jerry's Artarama is a store that, from what I've seen people say, their online prices do not generally match their in-store prices. So unlike Michael's, where usually what you see online is the same as in store, prices are very, very different. And I'm not going to compare art supplies on Amazon to a physical brick and mortar art store because obviously I'm just comparing art supplies from Blick online, which is another art store if you don't know that, and Jerry's Artarama's online website too. So no, things are not cheaper in the store. However, they do have a lot of bulk, a lot of wholesale, and a lot of clearance that I have not seen on the website. So you kind of pick and choose your battles a little bit. And when I was in the store, I didn't really look at the prices online because I wanted to wait and do that when I got back. This store is in South Miami, which is obviously a very expensive place to live. So is that why the prices are like they are? Is this just standard for Jerry's? Let me know if you have experience. I'm just assuming it's location, it's the fact it's a physical store.
Let me know what these go for in your art stores. I'm very, very curious. If you buy some of the things I'm showing, let me know how much you pay and if this is more reasonable to you. They have these huge portfolios too, which is really cool. I've never actually seen an art store sell things like this big before. And then they also have over here a print rack. Like, how fancy is that? Then they also have a canvas print rack, which, is that different or is that the same? No, it's the same. Anyway, you can put your prints here, fold it up, keep all your prints and stuff, your canvases, whatnot. I actually used to have one of these. This is $20. I feel like this is a good price. And you can just like sketch on your lap. You can sketch somewhere. Thrifty art and display easel, a watercolor field easel. Then we have a Van Gogh table and display easel, very fancy. Pocket easel, some sponges. They have a lot of resin here. I feel like I don't see resin very much in art stores. Look how expensive, resin is so expensive. It really, really is. I was not aware until a couple years ago when I did that Titanic resin piece with Jazza. It's so expensive. Paper clay, what is that? Shape, let it air dry, hard and paint. Huh, how does that compare to Daz, I wonder? Okay, down this aisle we have all of the sketch markers, so many. Oh, they have Copic sketch markers out. Okay, $7.99 for the standard colors, that is pretty standard. I mean, they don't usually go for any different to that in my experience, but they have every Copic imaginable. I guess you know it's a good area when they don't lock up their Copic markers. Most art stores lock these things up, very much so. Okay, so then we have marker paper. I like that they put everything together. Like, at first it seems a bit higgledy-piggledy, but then you realize they put the marker paper with the markers. It makes sense, right? Here we have some acrylic inks. What calculators? What's with the calculators? I'm very confused. We have some storage boxes right here. These are really nice storage boxes. Then we have art port, again, just storage boxes. Speedball. Okay, so this is the ink section. Ooh, I like Higgins inks. These are nice. Okay, they have a stencil section. More, oh, I've not heard of this. Jelly gouache in a bag. That's new. Unique gel-like consistency. Huh. These would be so much better than in like these things because they're not gonna harden. They're probably not very light fast or professional quality, but I didn't know these existed. Creative Inspirations Jelly Gouache. I'm gonna look into those. Whoa, watercolor wristbands. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. Wait, it's a watercolor set on a wristband. That's amazing. Do I want one of these? I could try it out for a video. Non-member price $49, $23 for member price. Huh, I may have to buy one of these, to be honest with you. I feel like I could do a video on these to see if it's actually any good. Prismacolor coloring kit. Huh. Over here we have water-based medium, wet media, archival polyester film, accepts water-based mediums, markers and inks. Huh, okay, so yeah, once again, they've put paper for the products up here, which I think is really nice. They didn't just put the paper in one section, they've put it with the stuff you need, so you're not gonna have to go off looking for it. Kids art frame. I really wanna get one of these. People store all their kids' art in these because it opens up and you put the art inside. I'm probably gonna wait because it's gonna be a few years before we do need that, but I am definitely gonna get one like that at some point. So yeah, as you can see, massive framing section, like the entire half of this store is all frames. And I'm genuinely curious, if you're an artist, do you go to stores like this to frame your artwork? I'm curious because so many art stores have a framing section. I have only ever used a framing section for a piece of artwork I bought from someone else before that was like a weird size. Maybe it's a bit ignorant of me as an artist, but I'm just curious why framing sections are so popular. It's obviously because artwork comes in different sizes and you can't just buy the default frames, but yeah, let me know if you do framing a lot in art stores. Let me know why you use them. I am actually going to buy some of this leather paint though, because I've been wanting to paint on some baby shoes. I'm going to get like 3 different colors, I think, maybe 4. Get these colors. Okay, I have never seen this before, ever. This is paper in a roll, like the Strathmore extra heavyweight drawing paper, so you can make it the size that you want. That's genius. How have I never seen that in any of the art stores I've been in before? Maybe I just haven't been looking for it, but what a fantastic idea. You can literally make it any size you want. I don't know what it is about bagged paper, but I'm a big fan of that. A muffin tray. I feel like that would be really handy for big pieces actually. And then obviously you have the smaller ones. English glazed porcelain 20 well palette. And then this is a collapsible watercolor bucket. Damn, you'd be doing a lot of watercoloring with that. Fusion 18 watercolor palette again, all in the same section, which I appreciate. My husband was asking me if I knew what liquid frisket is. I don't have a clue what that is. Okay, you can actually buy Prismacolor pencils too for $2.20 each, which is so handy if you need specific colors instead of having to buy like an actual set. That's really awesome actually. Then over here we have Kozan on clearance for $1. We have Caran d'Ache, oh my gosh. Caran d'Ache is so expensive. Oh, this is like the big one though. I'm so glad that I'm not into pencils because I feel like they're so expensive. So $515 for the 100 set. What is this down here? Cezanne, sale price. Cezanne's not too bad, pretty reasonable for what it is. Drawing ground. Again, what is drawing ground? I have no idea. To be fair to me though, I didn't go to art school, so I didn't learn these things, okay? I'm learning as I go. They also have some Caran d'Ache Neo colors. These are nice. I'm not a big fan of like pastels or crayons, but I've had a handful of these and they are really good. I tell you what, I do want more of those gouache. If they have more, I'm gonna probably buy some. Okay, Schminky and Daniel Smith watercolor. So this is the watercolor section. Schminky watercolors, list price $22, $18 from Jerry's with also an extra 10% off, which is already worth it in itself. These are the prices for the Daniel Smith watercolors. Again, if you do use these art supplies, please let me know in the comments how much you normally spend on them and if this is reasonable. Okay, here is Winsor & Newton, their entire section, and these are the prices for said Winsor & Newton watercolors. Again, are these good prices? I'm going to put them on the screen, what they normally are, but I am curious. For example, Cobalt Blue Series 4 in 37mm, $43. Is that a good price? Oh, we've got some Fabriano right here. Fabriano sketchbooks. Oh, you can actually buy little empty watercolor pans. What a great idea. Okay, here we've got some gouache, Winsor & Newton gouache. I've never used this. These are pretty expensive again. My favorite gouache to use though, I'm not sure if they have it here, but down here, Painter's Color Diary. Oh, it's a mixing guide. What a great idea. So you can actually have your own palette essentially to tell you the colors, how they look when they're dry. What a great idea. Just use a magic eraser. This section is so cool. These are oil paints, but look how they're set up in their little boxes. That's nice. So these seem to be more reasonable oil colors. I have never used oil colors except for one time, I believe. I'm not a fan of oil colors, but I haven't really given them a good go. So if you do use oil colors, let me know if you've used this brand before. I like the idea of using water mixable though. I think I have some Winsor & Newton ones, but I've just never used them. This is the oil section. So fine oil color, for example, $26 for these ones. Studio wipes, all purpose. I could use some of those. Okay, so yes, these are all Winsor & Newton oil colors. 200ml, $24.33 and $49.54 depending on which one. So for example, Phthalo Blue is Series 1, $24. I feel like that's not that bad for their water mixable one. Series 2, $15.38. Bob Ross Master Paint Set. That is awesome. Oh yeah, my favorite aisle in every art store. Typical me, the acrylic and gouache aisle. I think this is mostly just acrylic, but I'm seeing some gouache I haven't heard of before though. They have a big Liquitex section, every single color you can imagine, and this is actually where I'm going to be picking some stuff up. They have golden paint as well, which golden is actually my favorite to use, but some colors tend to have ingredients I'd rather have through Liquitex, like cadmium free. I'm going to spend a while looking through this section though, because I do need some new colors. Okay, so this is the golden heavy body acrylic colors that I use. It's hard to know exactly if the prices are that much better. From first glance, I don't think they are, to be quite honest with you, but with an extra 10% off, I think it's going to be good. Okay, I do use magenta very frequently. Series 6, so this is $31. I'm gonna get the smaller size, I think. I'm actually not seeing magenta, not the one that I want anyway. Okay, I guess we're gonna go to golden then. Medium magenta. Series 1, this is $10.34, which I think is pretty good. I always love like a yellow green. This one right here is my favorite. I do tend to prefer this paint though. It's a little bit less thick. Let's see, they have yellow green, series 3. I'm gonna get this one. I'm also going to grab a big teal because this is also series 3, so that one is $21 as well. It gets expensive, but I do use these colors all the time. Series 8, $10.57. Go with this one. Series 4, I'm going to go with this one as well. I'm just going to get a white. Just go with some titanium white. Never go wrong with some titanium white. Okay, I was wrong, this isn't framing, this is actually oil painting accessories. So you have linseed oil by Gamblin, $27 Jerry's price. The list price is $31, so 16.9 ounces. Modeling paste. Okay, here is the brush aisle. This is one of my favorite aisles too. This brand is 35% off. I'm not sure about their brush prices. Again, some things have list prices and some things are just their normal price. Not the biggest brush section I've seen, but they do have a lot. This is like the tip where you're supposed to use a makeup brush to blend paint better. Don't know if that works with acrylics there, if it just works with oil paints. Tons of palettes, another muffin tray. I feel like that would actually be better than what I use. Maybe I'll give that a try. Okay, open stock brushes. We have 35% off these. I've not used this brand before. So this is $22.93, but it has 35% off. I actually love long handle brushes more than regular size, so I'm actually gonna get this for a couple of projects I have coming up. Then we have these ones. Ooh, this is a nice brush. They also have a lot on sale too, which is good. Whoa, Jerry's price, and they're on clearance. They have a lot of clearance in here too. So this one's $25, you save $10. It's a glass palette, and I actually would get this, but I have a brand new art cart that basically has this already on top, so there's no need for it. But that is pretty decent. I mean, you could just get a piece of glass yourself, but not bad. Brush soap, mixed media palette. I'm probably good for palettes. I need to stop looking at palettes constantly. I don't want to buy stuff just because it's cheap, because like, will I use it? That's the thing. My dad always used to joke like, oh, clearance dog food. You don't have a dog though? Oh yeah, but it's cheap. You found Jerry. Is it? Jerry. Gerald? Jerry. He's like, you've not picked up enough stuff. Buy more paintbrushes. Okay, so these are all Da Vinci, which are made in Germany. Some of these are actually a really, really good price. Like this one, for example, even on Amazon is like $42. I just don't really like these synthetics, so I'm not gonna buy them. However, these smaller ones for details, I don't know, I'm kind of tempted. For $23, I think it's pretty decent for details at least. But then there's these ones, the Da Vinci Maestro too. This set right here is on sale for $36, but on Jerry's website it's $64. So I am tempted to give these a try. I don't tend to use those kind of square brushes, but maybe I would if I had them. But they're for oil and acrylic, and I just think for the price that you're getting for Da Vinci paintbrushes, I don't know, it might be worth it. We'll give it a try. Oh, I like these ones though. They have a bunch of value brushes as well. Like these are very reasonable. $14 for some long-handled brushes. You don't tend to see long-handled brush sets, I feel like, in normal art stores. This one, oh, these are all round brushes. I love a good round brush. Since painting bigger scale lately, I've been using all round brushes, and I just think they're so nice to use. These ones too, just $5. You can do a lot with some value brushes. So it's nice because they have the cheaper paints, $3.54 for these. They have these right here, $6. They have these little spatulas as well. On the end, they also have these, a bunch of palette knives, $7.10 for any size basically that you want. I'm really bad and I just don't use palette knives as probably as much as I should do, but it's nice they have a huge selection here. And then we have the canvases. I am very excited for this. They have like 3 aisles of canvases, so we're gonna go through and have a look. This one was $1,000. It's now $400. 85 by 11. Okay, so I was actually thinking about this, right? I want to do a nursery mural, but because we're renting, I've been tempted, do I paint over the actual wall? Do I then paint over it when we move out, which is a bit of a pain? Or do I buy a giant roll of canvas, somehow pin it to the wall, paint on the canvas, which is then going to get super, super heavy, but then at the end of it, I can just roll it up? Is that a thing? Please tell me what you think I should do. I asked on Instagram the other day, and I don't know if I should just use a big sheet of canvas. Would that work? Is that a good idea? These are actually on sale too. So a lot of these I think have been cut. So this one was supposed to be $730. It's now $275, which is, for what it is, a good price. This one is $2,300 on sale for $800. That is wild. Trouble is, I feel like it would just be too heavy with paint on it if I did that. I don't know, let me know. I don't know what to do. Okay, they have recycled PET canvas mounted on birchwood. Wow, okay. Recycled pet cradled canvas panels. That's amazing. What a great idea. Again, a lot of clearance, $18 for this right here. Kind of like the idea of it. Then you haven't really got to worry about painting the sides either if you don't want to. Warp resistant, kiln dried New Zealand pine cradle, archival painting surface. Ooh, so that's supposed to be 50. It's only 18. That's pretty good. They have them in all sizes too. Here we have the big ones, $76, 70. Da Vinci Pro birchwood painting panels. I used to love painting on wood, but I feel like painting larger now, you can't beat painting on a canvas. This is where I feel canvases, when you get a good sale at Michael's, for example, you can get a good deal on canvases if you catch a sale right. This is what Florida does to my hair. They literally do have every single wood canvas panel that you can possibly imagine in here. Every single size, every single type, texture difference, thickness, size, same with the canvases. They have these huge birchwood canvases for $160 as well. They have all their spray paints locked up. Here they have one of these really cool Posca units. I've seen these before in other art stores, but basically, I don't know if you can open these. Oh, they are. They're like drawers. They're just a really fancy way to keep your Poscas. So this is the price for the Poscas. Ginormous canvas, and then another row of canvases. Like, this is amazing. Oh, they even have some round canvases. That's awesome. This one is $59, but apparently the list price is $264 for this size. I don't know if I believe that. I don't know about that. We have these ones. This one's $100. The thing is with these clearance rolls is you don't necessarily know how big they are because they've obviously been cut into. Like, this one's supposed to be $150. And then again, more canvases, more canvases. What is this? Is this like a unprimed cotton duck artist canvas? That is heavy. So that's my concern. If I get a roll, it's just gonna be too heavy. So here is the framing section, a bunch of Canson paper. And then here we have artist's canvas. Okay, so this is the kind of thing I was actually looking at. It might have been this exact one. It's upside down, so I can't tell you, but it's 84. So it's not quite the height of the wall, but the width would be okay. I don't want to do a big frame. I feel like it would just make the canvas way too big. Like, it's got to be the wall size. What's this one? 84 inches by 30 yards. That's too much. See, these ones are huge. 120 inches by 6 yards. That would be plenty big enough. But again, I don't think that's the right kind of thing I need to be doing. Yeah, how cool is this whole section? And here we have the framing section, so you can build the frames yourself. Much cheaper than buying canvases, mind you, but I feel like it's not worth it for me at the moment because I don't paint enough to warrant needing to build my own canvases. It's also good when you want a massive canvas, but again, I don't really need anything that big. Here are the cheap ones. This is where they have ginormous canvases. Look at this one. Whoa, imagine painting on that. That is massive. 60 by 72, 60 by 60. You'd have to rent a truck to get that home. Da Vinci Pro panels, birchwood painting panel. We have this one. These are massive as well. This is probably the best section I've ever seen for canvases before. I'm gonna buy a pack of these because my golden tubes, as much as I like golden paint, the end always breaks on me. I think the only section that seems lacking to me in here is the gouache section. Unless I'm completely missing it, I can't see any gouache other than here and there's like, oh, a bit of artist gouache, but it's not like a big gouache section, which normally you see in art stores, but maybe I'm just missing it somewhere. And here we have all of the accessories for your paint. So you have linseed oil, safflower oil, walnut oil. This is very foreign to me. I do not, again, use oil paint, so I don't have a freaking clue what does what. Over here though, we have acrylic mediums, which I'm still not that experienced with. Additive for slowing the drying time. Perfect. $18. I'm gonna get a small one because I may hate it. I'm not gonna buy a big one unless I love it. Okay, so they have like little frames here for your artwork as well. I think, other than the framing section, which I'm obviously not gonna really cover, they have a lovely framing section. I think I'm gonna head out.
I just got back in the car and I realised I didn't use a discount card. They didn't ask me. I forgot that they have one. I'm so annoyed. But I'm not the kind of person that's going to go back in there and be like, can you play the discount card for me? Anyway, I think that proves that you don't actually need your card, your membership to shop here anymore. So, yeah. Okay, so my overall thoughts. This is clearly not a club in the same sense that maybe it was promoted to be. Whether it's changed, I don't know. You don't have to have a Jerry's membership to shop there. However, it is like a wholesale club still, in the sense they have a lot of wholesale stuff. Big boxes of sketchbooks, they have the huge rolls of canvas, they have a ton of clearance, and just the way it's set up and what they have in there doesn't really remind me too much of any other art stores I visited before. But when you really look around, there is a lot more in there than you might see at first glance. Genuinely, I have never seen huge rolls of canvas like that with such deep discounts. I've never seen that many canvases before. I've never seen clearance as deep as I have for some of the things in there. They had some hidden gems with their clearance section as well. Either they did away with their whole you need a membership to shop here thing, or they also changed the sign out so it wouldn't seem so exclusive to people. Maybe it's a franchise that just got taken over by somebody else and they wanted to change it up a little bit. So before we end the video, let me show you what I picked up. Actually, I only picked up 2 different things when it came to paintbrushes. So I picked up one of these, Pro Stroke. Something's very off about this. On the web, I got this for $14.90. The regular price is apparently $98.85. I don't know how true that is. Next up, I bought by Da Vinci this 3-piece set. These were on clearance again, but they were a really good deal compared to online. Very good deal. Next up, I bought a little cupcake tin. I've never used it, but I feel like it would be coming really handy when I'm either doing a mural or a larger piece. I can put more paint in each section and it's not gonna like spill over. I don't think this was in the video, but I found a little children's smock, age 2 to 4. We're still a little way out for that right now, but it's so cute. Next up, I got a little tube twister. Do not actually own any of these, never have. Golden paint, as much as I like it, the end unravels on me. So I got light green, yellow shade. I use this paint color so much in my artwork. Next up, this was like super gimmicky, Globetrotter watercolor wristbands. This was very cheap on clearance again. I'll probably make a video on like weird things, weird artsy, craftsy things that I found, but I just thought it was interesting, kind of silly. Next up in the paint department, I got myself basically just the paints that I've run out of or have dried out. A medium magenta, cobalt blue hue, phthalo blue, and my ultimate favorite is teal. I would have liked to have gotten a bigger magenta, but I think I still have enough left that I don't necessarily need it. Next up, I got an additive for slowing the drying time of paints. I've never used this, but I'm really curious to see how it works with acrylic paint. And then lastly, I got some Angelus leather paint because when my brother was small, my mum used to buy these adorable little leather baby shoes. They used to have these adorable little like animals and stuff on them. Now they just sell them plain on Amazon, so I thought it'd be fun if I just like painted on some little, I don't know, ladybugs and ducks and stuff. Might do something like that for Instagram, not too sure. That was everything that I bought. I genuinely had a good time in this art store. I would not travel specifically to go there again unless I was in the area, except for their big discounted products and some of the wholesale. It wasn't overly worth it to me to make the trip out there, but it was still a good time. It was still very clean art store, very big. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Take care of yourselves and I will see you in the next video.